Thank you guys for coming over here and checking out my video, okay? Now, I'm your host, Brandy, once again, and I'm here bringing to you season 10, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 10, episode 20, I believe it is. Anyway, you know what it is. Reunion part one. And to start it off, honey, we must start with the fashion. I must say, I love all the ladies, together. They look very beautiful. I love the setting. It was very pretty, okay? It was classy, it was pretty. I love the whole setup. But somebody must be doing the most, okay? Somebody must be looking extra good, okay? Somebody must be leading the team, somebody must be winning. And for me, it wasn't just one person. I actually had a tie between Kenya and Portia, and I was loving Portia's royal look. She looked very pretty. I love the big hair, the crown, the dark purple, you know, really rich looking color, suede. I was loving it. It was beautiful. She looked beautiful, really pretty, pretty. Portia's a pretty girl, okay? She's a very pretty girl. And she looked very gorgeous, okay? Now Kenya was looking like sunshine over there in her yellow, honey. I love the details of the dress. I think she looked beautiful. She went back and did that gold tone brownish kind of hair. I didn't like it at first, but this time that she did it, I think it looks better. I don't know, something, I don't know, it just looks good this time around. But initially when she came on, I guess it was because she was wearing so many different shades of orange. I really don't like orange and Kenya with that hair. It was just a mess when she first came on, in the sense that I just didn't like the color scheme, okay? Her skin tone with the hair and all these different shades of oranges that she kept wearing just wasn't cutting it for me. But she looked beautiful tonight. Love her yellow, love the glow. Nobody can say her legs are ashy, okay? Because those things are glowing, okay? She had that together, honey. Those legs were fully moisturized and looking bright, okay? Get over it, people. It wasn't ashy last night, okay? Now, um, in terms of my second place, I have to say Marlo in that beautiful cotton candy looking type of dress. You could see that she was Rihanna inspired. When Rihanna wear that big pinkish, that big pink fluff dress, that everyone was going crazy about it. It really reminded me of that, but she looked beautiful. That is one of my favorite colors, that lilac tone that she had. It was very pretty. Marla looked beautiful in that. So that was my second place. My third place went to Candy, who I feel, her dress was just too typical. I know a lot of people are saying that they loved her dress more, but I just didn't, okay? I just didn't love the dress that much, okay? It was okay for a third space. Mm. CT is looking her usual beautiful self, poised and good, poised and good, okay? She was looking her usual pretty self. She's always pretty well put together. She's always picture perfect, okay? Camera ready, okay? That's her Cynthia, okay? She looked beautiful. Nene looked okay. Yeah, she looked okay. You just gonna have to live with that. She just looks okay to me, okay? She looks okay. That was it for me. Now, Sheree needs to fire her entire glam team. What the hell is that ponytail, okay? Her hair looked a mess. Okay, Sheree, your hair looks ridiculous. Your makeup was ridiculous, okay? That dress. It wasn't bad, but put together with the hair and the makeup, you looked a damn mess, okay? Girl, fire your team, okay? Fire your team. Those people are for you. They're against you, okay? Sheree just be giving me all types of tired. Sheree looks very tired and dreary, like, no. It's a no, girl. It's a no. I'm sorry, it's a no. So, you know, it just wasn't enough for me. I just wasn't here for it. So, Andy gets to asking, about She by Sheree, you would have said hi to all the ladies and what's not. And he asks her if she's wearing She by Sheree. She's like, no, I'm wearing She by Gucci, you know, with her fake ass self. But uh, I had to really mess that girl up when he asked her for She by Sheree, and he's like, so what's going on with She by Sheree? She's like, joggers. She's like, joggers. So, Candy tries to explain exactly what Annie's asking her. She's like, well, I answer it. I heard what he was asking, you know? So Candy's like, yeah, I'm just trying to ensure that you understand the question. And sure is like, I heard him, I'm answering. She was very on the attack. She was very defensive, okay? And Candy was just trying to help the girl out, help her to understand the damn question. But Sheree, no, there ain't shit going on with Sheba Sheree, okay? That's why she was feeling it. She started that nervous playing with that ponytail. Oh yes, la la la. So Annie was like, so oh, you're doing joggers. You're doing joggers. And she, yes, more lifestyle wear, lifestyle wear, yeah. So Annie's like, so when is this line coming out? And she's like, September. Like spring, September. Spring, summer, spring, September. Very stuttery, she was shook. She was not ready for this, okay, Andy. You should have told the girl you was gonna answer this question. She can cook up the right lies to tell you, okay? Right now, there ain't shit going on with She by Sheree, honey. Fashion show with no fashion, clothing line with no clothes, okay? Gone with the wind, okay, bitch? Gone with the wind. There ain't shit going on there. All that She by Sheree front that she was putting up is now gone with the wind, okay, honey? There's nothing going on. No lifestyle wear. There will be no line out in September, spring, okay? It's never. It is the fault of never, okay, honey? The spring of never. The summer of never. There will not be no clothing line, okay? You get over that shit. It's not gonna happen, okay? Now, Nene wearing wigs. Now, somebody called in was talking about, Nene calling Kim wig, and she's the one who no one has seen her hair. People, Nene don't have no hair, okay? Why would you think Nene has hair? I don't think Nene has no wig. I don't think she has no hair, honey. She don't have no hair. Nene don't have no hair. What y'all want from a bitch, okay? If she ain't got no hair, she ain't got no hair. She gotta wear them wigs, okay? So she started talking about, oh, I can wear wigs because my shit costs money. Kim gets her wig from Party City, okay? Nene. I have never seen Nene wear a good wig other than that old spaghetti ramen noodle shit that, as Claudia called it. When she was doing the finger wave, that was the only good hair Nene has ever had in her life, okay? Everything else looked a mess. She looked like shit. Her hair has never looked good. Those lace fronts are tired. They're just not done right. Whoever does her hair needs to be fired, okay? They're just not getting it right. I hope she doesn't pick out her wigs anymore. Whoever's doing it to her, honey, they are doing you an injustice, okay? They are setting you up, Nene. Get rid of them. Get somebody new, girl. You better get somebody new. Those people are setting you up for embarrassment, okay? Get rid of them. Your hair never looks good, Nene. Your lace fronts are whack, okay? Get rid of that shit. Now, Candy's busy lifestyle, she's Broadway, Essence Magazine, the People's Champ, honey, the People's Champ. You know, um, her kids were basically saying that, she's so busy. Her daughter was telling her she's never there. She's very busy and what's. And I understand what Candy's saying. Candy's all about success and growing. And I see what she's doing. She's trying to own things. She's trying to build her empire so that her kids can inherit that. But I think she needs to just take a step back and slow down a bit. Spend some time with your kids. They're not going to be kids forever. And when, they grow up and they move on, you're really going to miss them. In no time, Riley will be off to college, and then she's gonna be wishing she had spent more time with her. So I just think that Candy needs to take a step back. Her kids are not gonna be kids forever, and she needs to spend time with them a little bit more. You know. Now, Annie asked some what a question asked was you know at the Essence cover, why is it Todd felt the need to mention Portia and Kim, in the whole speech that he was making about his wife. you know I think he shouldn't have done it. He was being shady. Clearly he was being shady. He shouldn't have done it. It's like, whatever, man, but it is what it is. Okay, he said what he said. Okay. Get over it, people. Get over it. you know I just can't with some of these things. Victim of the year, Candy and Portia. Okay, Portia calls Candy the victim of the year. Now, you all know this whole rape allegation thing. I spoke about it. I told you how I felt. Candy, once again, she said exactly what I was saying. Okay, I knew what Candy wanted. Candy does not want Portia to be blaming anyone else for what happened. She wants her to take it on and say exactly what she did and apologize for exactly what she did. She don't want her to say, I'm sorry for the role that I played, because in that way, you're still making yourself the victim. You need to understand you're the one who did something wrong to someone. They don't want to hear who made you do it and who whatever. She just wants you to say exactly what you did and apologize for the entire situation, because that person, Phaedra, could have said whatever the hell she wanted to say. You did not have to repeat it, and you didn't have to repeat it on camera. Candy starts to start crying, explaining what it is, and Portia's like, bye, bitch. I ain't apologizing to you. How many times am I gonna apologize? And what's not? Oh, victim of the year, Candy. Okay. And that shows who Portia is. You people need to understand Portia is not no little girl. Portia is not that stupid that she doesn't know what she was doing or whatever, or that she was just tricked to that extent. Portia is vicious. Portia is mean. Portia is a damn bitch, okay? Get it through your head, okay? Portia knew what she was doing when she was doing it, okay? And Portia is not sorry. She's only sorry because she wants to be standing in the front like this, okay? Portia is only sorry because she wants that money, okay? Portia's not sorry because she really thinks that she was wrong. At no point in time in the past where Portia was really wrong and had she ever willingly apologized. Why? For this one incident she wants to apologize the hell out of Candy. She's only doing it because this can make her lose her job. It can make her lose her peach, for she's not interested in Candy. She doesn't care. She just doesn't want to lose that paycheck, okay? Y'all need to understand. Portia is not sincere. She's not for real. She's never really gonna be sorry. And Candy just needs to say, girl, get here. I don't care for you. I don't care what you have to say. I don't want your apologies. We will never be friends. Forget about it. Portia, I don't know what they really want from Portia. The other ladies need to just see who she is. They can't want anything if that is the girl's personality type. She's never gonna apologize and mean it, okay? And she's just using Nini now to get in good with other housewives so she can remain on the show. They need to see through her lies, okay? Now, Candy's asked about, how Mama Joyce was so ready to throw a shoe at Carmen when, the rumor was going around that Carmen was with Todd and whatever it was, but she was so quick to hug and embrace Portia when Portia actually did something to Candy that could have ruined her life. And, Candy was like, she's not happy about that, but what she's gonna do. I wasn't happy about it either. I feel Mama Joyce wanted some camera time, and I don't give a damn how anyone feels about it. Mama Joyce wanted some camera time. Nothing else explains what she did, okay? Nothing else explains what she did. Now, Marlo joins the cast. She comes on in that beautiful dress, and the first thing they're gonna ask her is and they're gonna ask the girl is what's your relationship with Kenya now, or whatever the hell he asked her. And she was like, oh, Kenya and I are, basically saying that they were never friends, and she think Kenya was using her to get back at Nini and what's not. She was just very, jumping on this attack Kenya bandwagon. She was saying all kinds of things that Kenya was using her to hurt Nini because her and Nini weren't friends. She just picked up Marlo and she wasn't interested. Kenya says that she really liked Marlo, but the point where it crossed, when Marlo crossed the point of no return was when she started talking about Kenya's mother not wanting her. And I agree with Kenya. Even if we were really friends and you really thought of me as a friend, you would never say something like that to hurt me so severely. And Marlo, who actually was an orphan, yeah, if you and the person were really friends, you just wouldn't cross that line. And I think Marlo really wanted to be nasty, and that really proved that you just couldn't be friends with her. You just couldn't trust her. I don't think that what Kenya did to Marlo by, asking her for ideas for her party and then not inviting her was nice. But Kenya wanted to get in Nini's ass. I don't know why everyone wants to get in Nini's ass. Who the hell is Nini? Okay, I don't even like Nini. Nini is controlling, very, very controlling. And that's the only reason, by the way, that Portia and Nini are now on good terms. Because Portia did what she knew Nini wanted. Nini wants all these ladies to fall at her feet and kiss her ass. And so Portia finally got on her, mold up on the Nini and kissed her ass and was just moving along with it. Oh, big sister Nini, big sister Nini. Nini wants to be in control of these ladies, okay? And that's the only reason that she and Portia are now friends, because Portia kissed her ass, okay? And is now willing to let her control her, okay? Move on from that shit. See, um, Marla and Kenya starts having a lot of back and forth. After Kenya would have said that, what she said was very nasty or whatever. She's like, Kenya, you're so fake, you should act. No, you're such a good actor, you should act. Kenya said, I do act, boo boo, check my resume. I love that line, okay? I love that line. She got Marla together real quick. And they had a lot of back and forth. Marlo and Kenya read Kenya read Marlo, okay? There was no back and forth, okay? Kenya read Marlo. Every time, um, Marlo tried to get in a little something, and Kenya was just, she was beating, she stayed, she read Marlo, okay? Um, Marlo, was talking, a lot of trash about Kenya's husband throughout the season. And so Kenya was like, maybe if you would stop in everybody else's husband, you can get a husband of your own. Kenya really got her together with that. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was I was like, Kenya went there, okay? She went there. She really went there. Kenya told her, what? Um, Kenya really got Marlo together. I really love that. This past couple of years, Kenya has really been coming through for me on this reunion. The other years, the ladies would really beat up on her, but Kenya did her homework, okay? Kenya even brought us the tea, honey. She brought us some sweet tea. That tea was piping out, and hell, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. Marla was blackmailing Nene. Kenya's like, you was blackmailing Nene, okay? So everyone on the couch is sitting up. She was. Give us the tea, honey. Give us the tea. And Kenya started talking how the pizza guy that Nene was dating, during her time being divorced from Greg, she was dating this pizza guy. And she basically broke up with him or whatever. And Marlo picked the guy up, and she took the guy home drunk to her home and gave him a massage. And once he had passed out, it seems as she screenshotted some messages between him and Nene. Those messages had to be real spicy, okay? And she basically used that. Now I believe, and as other persons would have pointed out, that maybe that's the reason for this whole bosom buddy relationship now with Nene. You know, Nene, that was the agreement for Nene to be friends with Marlo so Marlo can get on the show. Maybe that was their agreement. And you know this after Andy asked Nene about it, Nene never denied it. So Marlo, you is a hoe, okay? You is a hoe, girl. You is a hoe. You know, Nene basically she never denied it, but I love that little piece that she get in there. She was surprised that Marlo could have gotten $20,000 out to the guy, okay? Because she thought she had dried his pockets out, okay? Now Marlo basically got the guy over to her house, steal screenshots out of his phone, and blackmail him to get $20,000, which she got, and probably her agreement with Nene so she won't share those messages was, you know, that she be friends with her again so she can get on the show. Makes sense, don't it? It makes sense. It is. It is. It makes sense. So, you know, Kenya was called out about disrespecting the other ladies' husbands on the show. You know, and, you know, Portia started getting in her ass and, you know, really talking shit. You know that, you know, so you're saying that because you never had a husband, you felt it was okay to disrespect our marriages. Portia, nobody disrespected your marriage. No one did anything to you, Portia. You did not respect your own relationship. And you didn't respect Cardell. That's why after he divorced your ass, you came up on the show and you was telling everyone that Cardell has been known to be gay and you just married him and he just agreed to marry you or whatever. So these rumors would go away. So can you clarify the thing by saying, so you're saying that you were basically his beard, and she just clarified what you said. You told us, honey. Kenya never told us. She clarified what you said, and before that, I never really saw her attack your husband unless your husband said something to her. And if your husband said something to her, she has a right to defend herself. At that time, she didn't have a husband to back her up and handle things man to man. So if your husband wants to go there, then you can go there with him. Give us a break, Portia. Have several seats. And, you know, Kenny was right to tell you, let's not go there, okay? Girl, have several seats, look pretty on discussion. Keep your mouth shut about that whole shit. Because you're the one who told us that, okay? You're the one who was disrespecting your own marriage and your own husband because you came out and told us that the man was gay, okay? And you was just hurt him mad that he divorced your ass and you didn't get shit. Okay, Portia. So don't come to us with that foolishness, okay? We're not here for it. We don't want to hear the bullshit, okay? Take that shit somewhere else. You know, they talked about a PSA. The PSA was really great. I really loved it. You know, Kenya said that, you know, persons were saying it was one of the best episodes on the show um the entire for the entire franchise. You know, from the time it has for the 10 years that it has been in existence. You know, it was the most powerful scene. And you know, Kenya does really great things. You know, in terms of giving back to society. Um, I loved what she did. It was a beautiful initiative. It was a nice time for persons to share their story, you know, and you know, really help persons out there. You know, people a lot of people say that the show is so negative, and this particular scene was necessary in order to bring back the wholesomeness, you know. So the PSA was a great idea. Props to Kenya on that one. That was a beautiful initiative. I loved it. Now, Portia, you know, Portia was asked, you know, persons were saying, you know, saying that they were really shocked about the way that Nini embraced Portia and supported Portia in Barcelona. And Portia said that she wasn't surprised. Now, as I said, of course Portia wasn't surprised because Portia did what Nini wanted her to do all the time. Nini wanted her to come to her and kiss her ass, and she came to her and kissed her ass and agreed with everything she said. So that's why she wasn't surprised. Okay, that's why she wasn't surprised. You know, this whole thing with Portia saying that she doesn't trust Sheree and what's not. You know, and I don't care about this. I really don't care about this. But Sheree made it such a big deal that Portia didn't trust her. So Portia pointed out the fact that Sheree is the self-proclaimed, well, not self-proclaimed, but she has embraced the title of the bone carrier. So it is true that if she is the bone carrier, you need to be careful what you say to her. You shouldn't trust her enough to say certain things around her because she will take back the bone because she is the bone carrier. It makes perfectly good sense. But Sheree was saying, I've never given you Urshamia a reason not to trust me. And all the bullshit, okay? And so Portia's like, do you trust me? And Sheree said, as far as I can show you. So Portia's like, why you mad then? You don't trust me, I don't have to trust you, and I pretty much see the same way. To hell with them. I don't care for you to do too. So it's like whatever. Not gonna waste any energy on that whole foolishness. So, Portia and well, Ken Sheree and Portia start going back and forth on this whole nonsense. Portia starts throwing Sheree under the bus, by saying, "Who you try to play, Miss This, Miss That, or whatever? What happened to the fact that you don't bring back any bones to anyone?" The ladies all start talking about the fact that Sheree, the bone carrier, carries all the bones except brings bones that came from Kim. Kim is allowed to do and say whatever she wants, and she's so loyal to her and whatever. So Portia jumps in and throws Sheree under the bus, saying, what about the fact that you know about the roach video before we got to Barcelona? Is anyone gonna get on your ass about that? And Nene said, I will. Nene's like, I will get in her ass for that, okay? Sheree is a silly woman in this sense. Why is she being so loyal to Kim? Kim is not even on the show, and you're basically enemies with all the other peach holders on the show right now. So you doing that, it doesn't make sense. It's easy to phase you out of the show. And as we would have been hearing by now, that Sheree is fired. Now, I know some of you are going to say that it's not nice of me to be celebrating something like that. But you have to understand when someone is foolish, and sometimes you need to learn the hard way, okay? Sheree was being silly for following up this whole Kim situation, and just supporting Kim in every kind of nonsense that she does, and just being so loyal to some old trashy trailer park trick, okay? Nobody cares for Kim. Kim also needs to be gone. I need not to see a bit of Kim anymore. Kim is so fake and so boring. I feel like she brings nothing but negativity to the show, and I'm just not interested or here for her, okay? Kim needs to go. Bye, wig. Bye, wig. We don't want you here, okay? Now let me back up a little bit and go to this whole situation where Andy asked Kenya about this whole secret marriage thing. That was the big issue of the day. Kenya's secret marriage. So that was brought up pretty early in the show, and I saved this for last because I really want to talk about this whole thing altogether. Now, he started asking her, how Cynthia and her are supposed to be such good friends, and even Cynthia wasn't told about it. And Kenya said, well, basically, Cynthia's not gonna like the answer, but I feel as though Cynthia can't hold water. She was saying that she felt as though Cynthia would have told someone if she had told her that she was getting married, honey. She felt like Cynthia would have told someone, and that's why she really didn't tell Cynthia. And she made mention of the fact that her own father wasn't there and whatever. So Annie asked her, so was Mark's parents there? And she said no, they weren't there. So he asked her, have you met Mark's parents? And there was crickets in the room, honey. There were crickets in the room. She basically said that she has never met Mark's parents, and that pretty much looked very bad on her part, that she hasn't met her husband's parents. She haven't met her in-laws. The way that she answered, she's like, I met him. Uh, I met him over the phone. It reminded me of Sheree now. So when the girl started getting on Sheree about this whole road situation, and when Andy asked her, she was just playing with this ugly ass rusty dead ponytail. She looked like she chopped up some horse's tail and just pinned it onto her head. Okay, it was ridiculous. It was a mess. Okay, it was a mess. Back to what I was saying. I got so distracted with that ponytail. Okay, she stuttered and all this made it look very bad. She said that she met him over the phone. She met him over the phone. And right then and there, all of a sudden started giving her the soda. It just wasn't a good look for her. That you haven't met your in-laws. It was very strange, but really and truly, people do that. I mean, you don't know the relationship with Mark and his parents. You don't know if they approve of this marriage or whatever. Maybe they really don't approve, and that is why she hasn't met them, because they don't approve. They probably watch the show or whatever and don't like Kenya for that fact. Andy also called her out on saying, talking about her husband not wanting to be on the show, and that he says it's a bad representation for black women. And Kenya's like, he never said that, and it was like, yes, that's what he told my coworker. That was also a badass situation Kenya was placed in. But let me let you know, honey, Kenya hopped on over on Twitter the next day. She probably went home and she talked to her husband about the situation, and she explained that her husband never said that. What he said was it was a bad representation of black men, that the black men are portrayed in a bad way on the show, and we all know that to be true. They always say they're gay or they're bi or whatever, and he wasn't even on the show. He showed up for one scene, one single scene, and they were already bashing on him and saying all kinds of negative stuff about him. Sheree tried to say that he was gay, tried to mock him about his nose ring and all of that. So like whatever. What he said wasn't wrong. If he said that it's a bad representation, uh, it's a bad black men on the show, the husbands on the show are, portrayed in a bad light, and they what's not. I can't be mad at him for that. It is the fact, okay? Anyone with a conscience, with an open mind and eyes to see, will see that that is what happens. So I don't blame him for that. But Kenya was really caught up in that moment. She was shocked. She wasn't ready, honey. She wasn't ready for that. And you know how Andy just dropped that on her? He had her stuttering. He, you know, it was what it was, okay? It was what it was. Nevertheless, I like this part one was very exciting. I really enjoyed it. The back and forth between Marta and Kenya was laughable. Okay, it was all laughable. This whole tea that dropped on us, honey. This hot ass tea about Mara blackmailing Nene and John for $20,000, and for Nene to be her friend so that she can get some time on the show and get a check on a regular. Okay, that was some good tea. I like this whole back and forth. I liked how Portia pushed that old Sheree under the bus, but then it goes to show who Portia really is. Okay, I think Andy is so damn shady. He is shady more than a palm tree, okay? He is shady as hell with this whole she by Sheree mess, and asking Kenya about her husband not wanting to film, and then basically providing his receipts that Mark done told someone of his, you know, his co-workers that he doesn't want to film, and then pointing out, basically getting her to admit to the fact that she has never met Mark's parents. I think Andy is just messy for that. He is a shady bitch. Okay, Andy really grilled Kenya. He really grilled Kenya. Portia saying she the queen of love. you know no more Princess of Thailand. And Annie's asking, no, she said, he was asking her about her look, and he's like, what's this look? What's this look? And she's like, I'm the queen of love. And she's like, no more Princess of Talklandia. And she's like, no, we have grown from that. No, bitch, you haven't grown. You just don't have another hoe with you for you to carry on the behaviors of last season, okay? Your Talklandia buddy Phaedra is gone, and that's why you're trying to act grown, but you're not grown. The minute they give Portia the chance and Portia grooves in with everyone, and they get her another thought buddy, she's gonna be Princess of Thoughtlandia again. Like, girl, bye, you haven't grown, honey. You're just pretending for the moment, okay? Give you another thought buddy, and you'll be thought as hell, okay? You'll be a real thought again, okay? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. I love you for watching. Thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe, okay? And hit that notification bell so you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. I love you so much. Thank you for watching.